If football Sundays or weekends for that matter make you feel lonely, this video is for you. I mean, I know that sounds a little dramatic, but stay with me here, okay? Because for a lot of people, football season doesn't feel fun. It feels like you're losing your partner or your family and your kids. I mean, you might be sitting in the same room, sure, but really you're probably just scrolling on your phone or sitting there quietly for hours, maybe even pretending to know what's going on. And you're really just kind of starting to resent a sport you never even asked to understand. And honestly, I don't think most people actually hate football. I think they hate feeling excluded by it because when everyone else understands a certain language and you don't, it's exhausting. But here's the thing that is interesting. You don't need to become a diehard football fan to enjoy football Sundays, Saturdays, Fridays, whatever. You just need a different relationship with the game. And once that shifts, I think everything changes. So, in this video, I want to show you how to make those football Sundays feel like yours again without pretending to suddenly love football overnight. I mean, this is for those people who truly feel disconnected during football season, people who dread game days, and people who just feel left out of the conversation. And honestly, people who are tired of feeling like football wins every weekend. Okay. We're going to talk about why football Sundays feel emotionally frustrating and what most people misunderstand about the experience, and how learning just a little bit about the game can completely change your relationship with it. Not because you need to impress anybody, but because confidence changes the experience. And that matters more than you even realize. Because here's the thing, resentment grows in silence. Yeah. And what starts as, it's just football, can quietly become disconnection, irritation, loneliness, feeling unseen, and feeling like there's no space for you in something that somebody else loves. That's a terrible feeling. But here's what most people miss. When you don't understand something, your brain actually disconnects naturally from it emotionally. Everything feels longer and more annoying and I don't know, it's just frustrating. But once you understand even a tiny bit of what's happening, your brain starts engaging instead of resisting. Does that make sense? I hope so. So you stop feeling like an outsider watching the chaos and you can start feeling included in the energy of the room. And that's a massive emotional shift. I think it really matters. Okay, so I have a friend, and every fall she dreaded Sundays. Not because she hates sports, because she felt like football stole her husband for an entire day, or let's be honest, an entire weekend. I mean, he'd wake up so excited. He'd be texting his friends and he'd be setting up his games or his bets or whatever, talking about all the matchups, seeing where his fantasy stands. And meanwhile, she's already irritated before noon. Not because he was doing anything wrong. He was excited. That's fun to be around. But it was really because she felt completely invisible inside something he loved. So every Sunday became the same routine. She'd sit on the couch for, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes. And then eventually she'd grab her phone and start texting. She'd wander around the house, maybe start doing random chores that didn't need to be done, just really trying to occupy herself. And eventually she started saying, "I hate football season." Whoa, that's a big word. But one Sunday, she came over. Well, I had a game on because I'm a diehard. And at one point, she goes, "I genuinely do not understand how people watch this for 7 hours," which honestly made me laugh because, yeah, fair. I get it. So instead of trying to convince her to like football, I just started explaining the little things as they happened. Nothing super complicated, like, hey, they're going to go for it here because, I don't know, maybe they don't trust their defense. Or this is really stressful because now they have to pass. Or, oh, I know, like that penalty completely changed the momentum. And slowly, she stopped seeing things as like random noise and she started seeing the decisions. She felt the emotion and the pressure, and she even started to pick up on some of the strategy. And then halfway through the game, suddenly she goes, "Wait, so everyone's freaking out because they're running out the clock?" Yes, she got it. Exactly. And you could literally see this shift happen. Not that she was going to like suddenly become obsessed with football. Of course not. But she was like, "Oh, I finally understand why people even care." Now, here's the best part. Okay. Fast forward a few weeks and she's at home watching a game with her husband. And it was like late in the fourth quarter. It was a super close game and the defense gets called for a penalty. She just casually said, naturally, like, "Ugh, they're killing themselves with legs right now." And her husband does one of these, like, "What?" And he stares at her like, "Who are you?" And then, like, later, there was, I think it was an interception, and she goes, "That totally changed momentum." She probably didn't say it like that, but you know what I mean. And he literally almost fell off the sofa. But here's the important part. Football stopped feeling like something happening to her, and she finally felt included in it. And honestly, that changed the entire emotional experience of Sundays. Okay, so now, like, maybe you're thinking, okay, but I still don't care enough to learn about football. Oh, sure, totally fair. Get it. But honestly, you don't need to become this football encyclopedia. This is not about memorizing every rule in the NFL rule book. It's about understanding just enough to, you know, feel connected instead of feeling isolated. That's it. Because confidence doesn't come from knowing everything. It comes from no longer feeling lost. And once you stop feeling lost, everything becomes so much more enjoyable. I mean, that's anything in life, right? When you know about it, you care about it, and it's a lot more fun. Okay, so number one, stop trying to survive Sundays. This is the first mindset shift. A lot of people treat football days like something they have to endure. And the problem with that mindset is that your brain immediately enters resistance mode. Like everything feels annoying when you've already decided that it's stealing your day. But here's the truth. People don't connect through football because of the sport itself. They connect because of the emotion, the shared reactions, the competition. It's like the stories and the rituals. Football's just the container. And I mean, nobody remembers random second quarter plays. They remember the drama, like the comeback, the screaming, the shared moments. That's what people actually love. And once you understand that, you can stop feeling like football's the enemy. I mean, I remember going to a football game. I was invited to it, and my brother and I were together. I don't remember what year it was. I don't remember who was playing. I just remember we were in the box and we were it was Denver Broncos and they won on a last second field goal. And everyone in the box goes bananas, like tackling each other, doing shots, having a blast. And my brother and I still talk about that game today. Like, again, don't remember who was playing, don't remember when it was. We just remember how much fun it was. So that's what's super fun about football if you allow to like embrace the emotion of it. Now, if you've ever wanted to stop feeling like just awkward or disconnected and know a little bit more about the game, you can go ahead and download my free PDF. It's just in the show notes below, totally free, but it gives you a little guide. It's super practical of things that you can learn and say and do, just enough confidence to join the experience instead of like sitting outside of it. Okay, number two, learn a few things that matter, like actually matter. Here's what people get wrong. They think that understanding football requires learning everything, and it doesn't. You really only need a handful of concepts like first down, momentum, turnovers, penalties, clock management, and that's enough to follow almost every game emotionally. And honestly, it's enough to participate in conversations too, because football fans are not like secretly judging you for lacking expert knowledge. Most people are reacting to the pressure and momentum swings. And that's why learning just a few of those concepts changes everything so quickly. You suddenly understand why everyone's getting quiet, why everyone started yelling ridiculous things, or why a penalty really mattered, why the quarterback looked super panic, and why the final 2 minutes feel completely insane. And once you understand those moments, the game stops feeling random. I mean, I think that's awesome. Okay, number three, make Sundays or whatever day you're watching the game partly yours again. Because understanding football should add to your life, not erase your identity. You don't need to spend 11 straight hours glued to the television. You're allowed to, hey, oh, best, make your favorite food and actually like enjoy it. Invite friends over. I mean, you can care about the commercials because those are awesome. And on big games, the halftime show, come on, that's awesome. And feel free to ask questions, laugh. Hey, leave the room, come back. I don't care. Just participate in your own way. And honestly, the healthiest football Sundays are usually the ones that feel socially like connected. And that's the goal. It's not become the world's biggest football fan. The goal is stop feeling excluded by something that keeps happening around you. That's the difference. So, what does this look like in real life? Now, instead of sitting silently scrolling on your phone, you might just ask, like, wait, was that penalty such a big deal? Or they're probably trying to run out the clock again, right? Let people answer. They love to tell you their opinion. Like if there's a turnover, say, ooh, that changed a lot. And suddenly you're in the conversation. You're not pretending, you're not performing, you're just participating. And the crazy thing is, people usually love when someone like genuinely wants to understand the game because football fans aren't actually looking for perfection. I mean, they're not perfect. They're just looking for shared excitement, some high fives. That's what connection is. So, no, you do not have to become obsessed with football to enjoy football season. You just need enough understanding to stop feeling disconnected from it because the goal isn't to become someone you're not. The goal is to feel included in the moments that matter to the people that you care about. And once that happens, those game days, don't feel like something you've lost or something you're losing. They start feeling like something you get to share. And that changes a lot more than just football. So if you feel like this video helped you even just a little bit, go ahead and check out the next video. I feel like you're getting sharper already.